Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Deano Talk Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Dean, joined by Ant and Daniel.
Yo.
As always, Super Bowl 58 is right around the corner. It's going to be your last chance to place a bet on the NFL season, so let's make it a good one. We have the Bettors Guide to the Super Bowl coming your way. We're each going to start with our locks of the game. We're going to start with Anthony.
We got some value on the boards today, boys.
Value everywhere.
I don't know, and we all looked at this for a solid day or two, maybe. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I came across?
My least favorite player, as we all know.
This man. You may be wondering, why are you telling me to bet money on Marquez Valdes-Scantling? The reason is that 50-yard bomb is going to hit different.
Gonna hit differently.
It's going to hit different. He's going to get 3, God forbid, max 5 targets. I promise you. Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, they're going to be really, really focused on trying to stop Travis Kelce. The other corners, they're going to be really, really focused on trying to stop Rashee Rice. That veteran leadership, that veteran man who's been selling their team is going to make another big catch when it's mattered the most. It's my lock of the day. 19.5 yards. Slam the over.
Slam the over. Now, to back him up on that, keep in mind the last 2 playoff games the Chiefs have played, the Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. His long catch was both times 32 yards. That's one catch. We're talking one catch for Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and he averages more per catch. I love that lock. We're going to move to Daniel. Lock of the day.
All right. So, unfortunately, there's a story that goes along with this one. My lock of the day is Kyle Juszczyk over 3.5 passing yards. My story.
Passing yards or receiving yards?
Receiving yards. My story is I took 3.5 on Prize Picks, gonna take it on Sleeper, and then on a different website that I used for Mega Max 10K win, it's 4.5. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, he's getting 4 reception yards. I'm telling you right now, that's exactly what's going to happen, and I'm going to be in so much piss for the rest of the day when I lose out on 10K because of that. But I just feel like Kyle Shanahan's offense is just so creative that they're going to do some play where he's going to get a little dump off and run for 5 yards, and then that's it. That's all he needs.
His girl's going to be watching. He's going to a little dump down.
You can also even flip it to him to get a catch, which is also a prop. I'm very confident in that. So honestly, I'd rather switch to that. But either or, I think Juszczyk can.
If you have the reception available, we'll lean towards the reception.
Lean towards the reception.
If you have the rushing, receiving, go to that.
And keep in mind, yes, he might be a fullback. This dude scored a touchdown the last time these two teams played in the Super Bowl. He's a huge part of their team. Kyle Shanahan's a guy who likes to reward his blockers. He's gonna get a catch. I guarantee that. Now, my lock of the day. I said it in our Super Bowl key matchups video, which you could find on the channel. I think Rashee Rice might be this dark horse Super Bowl MVP. I love his receiving line at 67.5 reception yards. If Charvarius Ward isn't traveling with him, which I highly doubt Charvarius Ward is going to travel with him, that's just not how this defense operates. You've got Ambry Thomas covering this man. That is not what you want to see. Rashee Rice is Mahomes' favorite receiver outside of Travis Kelce. They're going to be so focused on Kelce. When they pass the ball, Mahomes is going to look this kid's way. Rashee Rice, 67.5 receiving yards. Slam it. Now, you might be thinking receptions as well. Receptions are a little high. Everywhere we look, is about 6.5. That's a lot of receptions.
It just shows how much the books even know he's going to be looking towards Rashee Rice.
And that's what you think. All the targets he's going to receive, especially if that line is right there. Again, love that line for Rashee Rice.
I have an honorable mention. Harrison Butker. This isn't our lock or anything. Harrison Butker to get over 1.5 field goals. It's just going to happen.
I like that a lot.
It's just going to happen. The Chiefs have too good of an offense. The Niners have too good of a defense. They're gonna kick 2 field goals.
Most definitely.
It's almost a lock, but I ain't putting it in there.
Now that our locks are out of the way, we're going to move on to just value we'd like to see all over the board. And Daniel's got a special one, something me and him both like, but him especially.
So as you know, most Americans, every Super Bowl, make these mega parlays just so they can retire early. Unfortunately, my website only allows me to go to 10K, so I can't retire early. But I could use 10K. And I was scrolling, and I'm like, you know what? Purdy's going to throw a pick. So let's pick that. Minus 150. That's not good odds. Let's see who he's going to throw a pick to. Scrolling. And then the name just spoke to me. I just saw it, and I'm like, nuking it. Absolutely nuking it. Justin Reed.
Dope.
Chiefs
Plus
safety.
900 is getting a pick. I'm going to go pick 6. If I could nuke that too, I'll do that as well. Justin Reed is getting a pick, and this will be clipped for the rest of time. I'm saying this Friday, February 9th at 11:54 a.m. Justin Reed's getting a pick, and I'm winning 10K this weekend. But on a different note, value not player prop related, the Chiefs underdogs. Give me value with the Chiefs being underdogs. Like, even if the 49ers win, just the value alone for the Chiefs getting your money back and then some is way worth it. So if you are looking for not player props, you're just looking to bet on a team, and even if you don't think the Chiefs are going to win, that's just solid value right there just to potentially get something out of it.
To bounce off what Daniel was saying with the Justin Reed stuff, when you look at a lot of Brock Purdy's, not that he had a lot this season, but when you look at Brock Purdy's interceptions, you see that a lot of the time it's when he doesn't see the safety over the middle of the field. That's like he just doesn't see it. He falls into the system. He trusts the system too much, and he's like, I'm going to throw to my spot, and the safety's just lurking, and he picks it off. That's exactly what Justin Reed's going to do. And that thing's going to hit, and then Kyle Juszczyk's going to get his 4 receiving yards, and his parlay won't hit.
5.
5?
Oh, 4, yeah.
For you, bro. It's going to hit 4, and he's not going to get it. And we'll come back on here and talk about that.
Real quick, going off of, because I know for all of our like real bettors out there, I don't know about you guys, I love the under in this game, man. It goes off of my score prediction we said the other day, but I kind of threw that out there. Didn't really do any research on that.
But my score prediction was the under, and I agree with him.
I think it's going to be a defensive battle, man.
Big time.
And everyone thinks it's going to be a shootout, obviously. 2 really good offenses, but offenses. Is that right?
Yes, offenses. Yes, you got it.
That just didn't sound right for some reason. But no, I love the under, personally. I think it's going to be a defensive grit. I think it's going to be, I don't think Purdy, I think they're going to try as much as they can to keep it out of his hands. I think it's going to be a run through their mouth type of game with Pacheco and McCaffrey. Off that, Pacheco's rushing yards, beautiful.
I was going to get to that next. I really like the 67.5 line on most sports books. That's a great line, especially considering how rough this 49ers run defense has been these last couple weeks.
Really rough.
It's been bad. And Pacheco's been running like a maniac. So I do really like that line. I was really close to making that my lock. I just like Rashee Rice a little more.
They're probably asking us, where's Travis Kelce? What do you guys think?
I think he's got some really, really high lines, man. And which is fair, considering the game he just came off of, considering
2 games.
The type, exactly. Considering the type of environment he's in, considering this is a Super Bowl, he's Mahomes' guy. But you've got some very, very good linebackers on the other side of the field. Elite. You've got the best linebacker in the league in Fred Warner, who's going to be covering him. It's a little worrisome, which is, again, there's going to be so much emphasis on covering Travis Kelce, which is why that line for Rashee Rice, in my opinion, is so good. Again, they will double team Kelce regardless of who's cooking on that team. Like, that is who they're going to double team. That's Mahomes' guy. I think I'd stay away from most Kelce bets unless I saw something I really like. The only one I could see, like, I feel okay with getting is his anytime touchdown. I like his anytime touchdown. I think if anything's going to happen, it's that. But everything else, I think it's just a little high, a little too high against this caliber of defense and this caliber of linebackers.
He's not even a favorite to score a touchdown. So
really?
Yeah, just minus 115.
That's favorite.
Which, not like what you would think it would be, you know?
I have him in my mega nuke entry at over 6.5 receptions.
I don't mind that.
They're going to feed him the ball one way or another, even if it's just
If anything,
dump-offs.
I like receptions.
I like, receptions I do quite like a bit because keep in mind, he had 4 receptions alone last game out of the screen game. Like, they just literally were like, okay, we're just going to turn around and toss it to you. It's a possibility of that happening. But again, there is going to be a ton of focus on him as a player. I personally am going to stay away from the Travis Kelce stuff. That's just me.
You know what we forgot to mention?
Who?
Our Patrick Mahomes 1.5 passing touchdowns.
That we're getting to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he spoiled it. Patrick Mahomes to get 1.5 passing touchdowns is a lock.
It's insane.
So good. That's such great value. If you think, hey,
you think so? We just got a message from
we got a message from our managers.
10K bet that Travis Kelce's going to propose after the game.
Lock that shit up.
That has been a rumor that they've been dating for a lot longer than people think they have been.
Dude, I don't care if they've been dating for a month. I said it in the last video. The key matchups. Mahomes gets his ring, gets his third ring. You get Andy Reid getting his third ring, walks off to the sunset. Travis Kelce gets his ring, and then he gives Taylor Swift her ring on the field. Lock that shit in. Put the mortgage on it. That's what's happening. I swear on my life.
If we could bet on fucking Gatorade colors, national anthem length, we better be able to bet on that, right?
Come on. It's the easiest shit in the world. That would have been my lock if I knew we were doing that today. Storybook. NFL sends me the script every season. I know what's happening.
In Las Vegas, dude.
In Vegas.
On this website, I have the Mega Nuke on. There are 88 Taylor Swift props for the Super Bowl. Just to name a few. I'm not naming all 88. Donald Trump mentioned Swift on Truth Social February 11th.
What is the odds for that?
Yes is plus 300. No is minus 500. T Swift wears an outfit made by Kyle Juszczyk's wife.
That's a lock. Lock that shit in, guys.
No is minus 1,500. Yes is plus 600.
Slam that.
And she just got allowed permission to use.
Yeah, for the NFL, license by the NFL.
Wait, let's become rich.
That's actually
to our Swifties out there. This could be some free money for you. What color shirt is Taylor Swift gonna wear?
And I know you guys. We track her flight logs. You guys can find out what shirt she wears.
She might take a flight from her house to Walmart to go get the shirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Red is the odds-on favorite, minus 250.
Well, no shit.
Is there a carbon emissions line or anything, or just ask?
Kristen Juszczyk one.
It's a lock.
We
dude.
might get out of the trenches with that. I can't believe those odds are so bad.
That's actually such good value.
She's so wearing something from Kristen Juszczyk.
Yes, absolutely. The whole like team girlfriends, team wives is.
This is psychotic. What is this? Like the amount of stuff.
Queen T, dude. See, we're getting into this.
Maid of honor for the Swift Kelce wedding. There's odds.
Dude, let's get into let's get on our first touchdown scores.
First touchdown?
Let's get into them. I have a lock.
Start it off then.
Shout out Jocinco, by the way. You know who's going to score the first touchdown of this Super Bowl? It's so going to be Kadarius Toney.
The menace himself.
Everyone, he's not gonna play. Blah 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 blah. They're gonna get him the ball. He's gonna score early. He's gonna get the confidence that he needs that he hasn't had. You guys could put $10 on this and win $560.
That's great.
Why wouldn't you do it?
I do have a question. Not that it matters, because if he scores touchdown first, he scores touchdown first. How's it gonna happen? We talking end around, rushing touchdown? Is he gonna catch one? Is it a punt return?
No,
kick return.
It's a little crosser, dude. So simple. It's low. He's gonna catch it. It's so simple. He just needs confidence, and I think Andy Reid knows that. I remember if he plays good in this Super Bowl.
Keep in mind, he had a clutch. Not to, put salt in the wound for our Eagle fan over here, but had a clutch kick return that put the Chiefs in the red zone late in that last Super Bowl. So it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Who do you like to score the first touchdown here?
Jawan Jennings.
Bruh.
Of the 49ers.
I don't hate that.
Just score. I feel like it's not going to be a favorite. I don't think it's going to be McCaffrey, Pitchek. I mean, I want to go with the Chiefs player because I think they're going to score first, and I know Reed is going to do some insane trick-around move that's going to be like a Justin Watson getting in or something like that. Like, that's how it's going to be because that's just how he works. But, like, if the 49ers score first, I feel like they're going to kind of do the same thing. They're probably going to try to force McCaffrey in, and then they're going to be short. And then maybe Deebo Samuel on an end around, something like that they'll try to do. But I just feel like value, maybe Jawan Jennings could be a little...
Plus 3,500.
It goes back to my whole point of Kyle Shanahan loves to reward his blockers. Jawan Jennings is an excellent blocker at the receiver position. I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to reward him. Not saying that coaches think that, oh, we want to reward our guy, getting him in the end zone, but they do think that a little bit. They think this is a Super Bowl. Let's put everything out of the bag. Let's get this play we've had for you all season that we haven't run. Let's try it. We're in the first quarter. We're at the 10-minute 38-second mark of the first quarter. Chiefs have driven down to the 11-yard line. Patrick Mahomes, they line up in trips to the left side. Patrick Mahomes drops back. He's looking. He does his old scramble around move, and then he starts running towards the end zone and dives toward the pylon. Patrick Mahomes is going to score the first touchdown of this game. It's going to be a rushing touchdown by him.
Why is that like a beautiful bet? Why did you cook?
I just know. Again, Goodell sends me the script yearly, so like I just have.
Sounds weekly.
I mean, I get the entire year yearly. You know what I mean? Like I have it listed out type stuff. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So, as you guys have heard, I've mentioned quite often in this podcast, I have a $12.78 bet. I think it's 10 legs or maybe 9. It was 9 originally, but I accidentally pressed 1, so it might be 10 now. To win $10,000 and some change. We're starting off with Brock Purdy to have over 20.5 pass completions, which I am under the same impression as Dean, where they're going to be down early and they're going to want to give it to McCaffrey a lot, but then the Chiefs are going to stop him, and then he's going to be forced to throw the ball quite often. Maybe some dump downs, whatever. I just feel like he's going to throw the ball quite often to get to the point of 21 completions. Patrick Mahomes, over 25.5 pass completions. This one's a little risky for me, and it's not really favored by the books, but the only reason I'm doing it is it's the Super Bowl, and last week it convinced me that the Chiefs went into Baltimore and threw the ball so many times in the first half, actually absolutely shredded that defense just with dump downs and everything, and I'm pretty sure Mahomes hit last week with his completions. But I feel like it's a Super Bowl. Mahomes is going to try to prove that he's better than Brady, and then he's just going to throw the ball constantly, dump downs to like Edwards-Helaire, Pacheco, Kelsey, Gray. I just feel like he's going to get that.
To bounce off that point real quick, and it's the idea of like the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. You're going to put the ball in the hands of the best player on the planet. That's just what's going to happen. So I like that line as well.
And then next one we touched on, I'm not going to go into detail. Kyle Juszczyk to get hopefully 5 or more receiving yards, not 4, but we'll hope about that. Noah Gray, over 1.5 receptions. This one was an under wild card for me that not a lot of people were like, why are you doing that? Past 2 weeks he's hit. And again, sometimes they give Kelsey a little break and Gray's there for dump offs. And people are like, hey, let's not focus on Noah Gray. What's he going to do to us? And then I just think he's going to get 2 dump offs just like that. And then he's going to hit, not quick, but I think that's just a low key value play. I touched on it earlier. Travis Kelsey over 6.5 receptions. Kind of like it. They're going to give Travis Kelsey the ball. I don't know about his yards, but I know they're to give him the ball somehow, some way.
Facts.
This is the one I misclicked, but according to a lot of bettors around the world, which is also kind of scary, a lot of people like it. Brandon Ayuk under 6. Well, this one is 61.5, not 64, 65.5, which is a little more scary. But it's pretty popular, and that's probably why he got bumped down to 61.5. But again, I just hope the Chiefs lock his ass up. I need that so bad.
Jerry Sneed.
So bad. And then next up, we have Justin Reed. You guys heard that. Plus 900 to get an interception.
Bang, bang.
George Kittle
So
to have more than 40. It's an alternate line. 40 or more receiving yards. So that's not exactly 49.5, but near that. And then Marquez Valdez-Scantling to get over 20.5 receiving yards. All those hit plus the Chiefs to win. And I'm walking home with $10,000.
W.
It's actually a good parlay.
That's a really nice parlay. We're going to give you guys our group parlay, what we're taking as a group, and start us off.
I told you guys my lock earlier. It's going to be Marquez Valdez-Scantling over 19.5 receiving yards.
Boom, leg 1. Daniel.
Kyle Juszczyk over 1.5 catch if you have it. If not, over 3.5 receiving yards.
Boom, leg 2. As said, as you can assume, we're doing on locks. 67.5 receiving yards over for Rashee Rice. That's leg 3. And the last leg, the lock we didn't say, but we said it after the fact. Patrick Mahomes, 1.5 passing touchdowns. Feels like a given. 4-leg parlay for you guys. Great value. We're making you guys some money. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Bettors Guide to the Super Bowl. If we win you guys some money, please come back, subscribe if you haven't already. Come subscribe, like the video.
Show some love.
We'll show you guys some love. We're pretty good bettors, I would say so. So Thank you guys for watching this video.